Terry Eagleton, The Meaning of Life. Dive into the profound reflections of Terry Eagleton in The Meaning of Life, a thought-provoking exploration that challenges conventional perceptions of existential inquiry. Within this summary, readers will discover that Eagleton doesn't provide a simple answer to life's greatest question but questions the question itself. Is the quest for meaning a true pursuit, or merely a linguistic mirage shaped by the limits of our language? Eagleton invokes the insights of philosophers like Wittgenstein and Nietzsche to unravel whether language distorts our quest for meaning. The book shifts the focus from finding a definitive meaning to examining how we articulate life through our words and actions, suggesting that meaning might be more a construct of our language and experiences. As you delve into these complex but enlightening ideas, prepare for an intellectual journey that encourages critical reflection on your understanding of life's profound mysteries.
The illusion of meaning. Is the question about the meaning of life genuine, or merely a result of how we frame it in language? This inquiry goes beyond casual curiosity, delving deeply into how language shapes our understanding of existence. While it might initially seem as straightforward as asking for a country's capital, it quickly reveals layers akin to pondering the flavor of geometry. Some thinkers argue that our pursuit for meaning may be misguided, as meaning itself isn't a tangible entity like a tree or a rock. Instead, it emerges through our use of language, much like how a cloud gains significance through our thoughts and conversations. From this vantage point, life's meaning isn't preordained but rather constructed through dialogue, beliefs, and actions. This perspective, while intellectually stimulating, poses a formidable challenge. It implies that seeking life's meaning may be less about uncovering a profound secret and more about understanding the linguistic frameworks we utilize to describe our lives. Philosophers such as Wittgenstein and Nietzsche confronted this issue by examining how language might lead us astray, prompting us to pose unanswerable questions. Wittgenstein, for instance, suggested that many philosophical conundrums are born from language misuse, likening futile interrogations to asking where one's envy may reside, as if it were a tangible organ. This kind of linguistic confusion transforms questions about life's meaning into complex puzzles rather than genuine inquiries. Nietzsche took these ideas further, proposing that our fundamental concepts, such as distinct objects or entities, might be mere linguistic constructs. He posited that language's tendency to categorize everything into nouns and objects leads us to mistakenly believe in overarching constructs like God or the self. For Nietzsche, these concepts were illusions crafted by language, and he envisioned a future where a different linguistic approach might liberate us from these traps. Thus, when pondering the meaning of life, we must consider whether this is a real question or a clever mirage fashioned by language. Ultimately, the act of questioning itself could carry more weight than the answers we seek, revealing how deeply our reality and self-perception are intertwined with the linguistic structures we take for granted. This exploration encourages a critical reassessment of not just the questions we ask but whether they are the right questions at all. Life's meaning unveiled. What do we really mean by the meaning of life? This is a complex question that requires us to dig deeper into how we understand and use the word meaning. On one hand, meaning can denote intention, what someone is thinking or trying to communicate. On the other hand, it can signify inherent significance, as in how dark clouds often signify impending rain. These two interpretations reflect the broader struggle in understanding life's purpose. Is life's meaning something we invent, or is it an inherent aspect of existence, waiting to be uncovered? Language plays a pivotal role in shaping how we perceive life's meaning. Just as words derive their meaning from their use in a language system, a system built through historical acts of communication, so too might life gain meaning from the patterns and structures we perceive within it. If life's meaning were a structure, it would blend the intent behind our actions with the significance we perceive in the world around us. For instance, when we think about the word fish, we understand it through both historical context and intention in usage. But when this concept is applied to life, we must question whether life's meaning is merely a construct of our actions and intentions or if there is a deeper significance revealed through our experiences and stories. This exploration suggests that perhaps the meaning of life is not a singular, fixed entity but rather a dynamic process. It is a narrative we continuously construct through our lived experiences and reflections. Thus, rather than searching for a definitive answer, we might consider life's meaning as an evolving story, the unfolding of our journey in growth. Life's meaning becomes a tapestry woven from the interplay of our intentions, the significance we discern, and the narratives we build along the way. Embracing the uncertain. Imagine stepping away from the traditional search for life's meaning and instead exploring the philosophical landscape where meaning is fluid, not fixed. This shift in perspective reveals a fascinating journey through modern and postmodern thought. At one point, thinkers sought clear purpose in a structured universe, but now, some argue that meaning may never have existed as a universal truth. Modernism mourns the perceived loss of significance, like in Chekhov's Three Sisters, where the falling snow embodies the tragic emptiness without definitive purpose. There's a sense of loss here, a lament for the structured narratives that used to guide us. Yet, this perceived void signifies more than just despair, it highlights a transformation in thinking. Moving beyond modernism, postmodernism challenges the very existence of grand narratives. It offers a liberating outlook, suggesting that life isn't a neatly packaged story but a collection of disconnected experiences. Works like Beckett's Waiting for Godot exemplify this transition, portraying characters in an endless wait for meaning that never arrives. This portrayal of uncertainty becomes a backdrop for potential. The ambiguity invites us to embrace possibilities, reminding us that if nothing is certain, neither is despair. Without the need to tether ourselves to ultimate answers, we're stretched to reconsider where meaning truly lies. In this view, meaning doesn't exist to be discovered, it's something we continuously create. Life, with its inherent contradictions and uncertainties, holds a dynamic quality of meaning as a work in progress. This mindset is both liberating and demanding, allowing us to invent as we navigate through life's unpredictability. This philosophical evolution encourages us to see the supposed void not as emptiness but as a canvas for new interpretations and survival strategies. By letting go of the old quest for fixed purpose, we're invited to find richness in the ongoing process of living itself. Instead of seeing ambiguity as a hindrance, it's a vast realm for creative exploration. In this way, postmodernism redefines our journey, urging us to embrace the absence of predefined meaning and find freedom in crafting our own paths through life's open-ended story. Embracing life's mosaic. Picture life not as a meticulously woven tale, but as a vibrant mosaic, each tile representing a distinct experience. While many yearn for their life's journey to unfold as a cohesive story, this aspiration often fails to capture the essence of human existence. Reality, after all, doesn't align itself into a seamless narrative. Instead, life is a series of moments, some joyous, some painful, and they often stand in stark contrast to one another. Consider how joy at a wedding can exist alongside grief at a funeral, or how love can be interwoven with feelings of loneliness. Each of these experiences stands apart, contributing to the unstructured tapestry of life. History is replete with attempts to pin down a singular meaning of life. Philosophers, religious figures, and intellectuals have all tried to distill the human experience into comprehensive theories. Yet, even the most profound ideas fall short, unable to encapsulate the full spectrum of emotions and events each individual faces. For instance, while Marxism provides an extensive framework for understanding society, it leaves personal nuances such as love and loss unaddressed. Similarly, religious doctrines might offer overarching purposes but struggle with encapsulating the diverse emotional landscape of a person's life. This recognition invites a transformative shift in perspective. Instead of chasing an elusive, unified meaning, perhaps we should embrace the existence of multiple interpretations and manifestations of life's meaning. The richness of life stems not from fitting all experiences into one grand narrative but from the diverse range of moments that collectively define our existence. Each experience, whether harmonious or conflicting, holds its own intrinsic value and significance. Maybe life's true meaning isn't something to be discovered through one all-encompassing story but emerges through living in all its messy, unfiltered reality. It becomes evident that life's beauty lies in its diversity and the countless stories that each experience contributes. By accepting and appreciating the fragmented nature of life, we can derive deeper purpose and contentment from the varied tapestry it offers. Instead of piecing together an ideal narrative, there's profound meaning in simply being, and in the full spectrum of experiences we engage with along the way.
Concluding this introspective exploration, The Meaning of Life leaves us with a liberating yet unsettling understanding that life's meaning isn't a singular truth to uncover, but rather a narrative we actively create through our lived experiences. Rather than chasing an elusive, overarching purpose, Eagleton encourages us to embrace the dynamic, fragmented nature of life, finding meaning in our day-to-day interactions and situations. By reframing the search for meaning as a personal and ongoing process, we are urged to accept the diversity and complexity inherent in existence. Freed from the pressure of one universal truth, we can rediscover joy and significance in life's numerous small chapters, allowing the act of living itself to be a source of meaning. In essence, Eagleton's narrative invites us to appreciate life's innate intricacies and to continue shaping our narrative with critical thought and open-mindedness.